game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. So if that's your cup of tea, be sure to click on that subscribe button. Also, never mind, you can't do that on these videos. I actually am legitimately excited today to be checking out the 31st most popular project on all of games. That is Prestige from Skellig Games GmbH. Build beautiful palaces in this expert level Euro game. And honestly, what got me covering this was not the tantalizing image of a white man with castles in the background, because presumably going to be building it, and that's the prince or whatever. Like, this main image is not doing anything for me here. I think you're trying to go for like Obsession vibes or like heavy Euro vibes, but it's like, show me components, show me the board, show me something else aside from just this guy right here. Like that right there gets me excited more than what you showed me there. It's 422% funded though. I'd love to know the play like time counted age as well. You slap me with a 2 to 3 hours on here, you know, it makes a difference. $38,000. It is happening. It is going to become a thing from Germany. As always with the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? That's what you need to tell all the people to get their money. Let's go. All right. Reasonably sized box. It looks like other boxes that pack Euros. Like I also see in the backdrop a lot of games that I know, that I love. Cool, good stuff.
Prestige is a tactical worker placement game. Take the role of castle lords during the Renaissance period and gain prestige.
I like that reference card, because I don't think that was actually on the board, but I like that reference card right there. It looks very nice.
Take the role of castle lords during the Renaissance period and gain prestige by expanding and refining your manor. To achieve this goal, you rely on 5 instructors through 4 seasons over 3 years.
What does that mean?
Expand your land, gather resources from plants, or trade on the market. Your laborers...
So is that a shared board out there? Oh, it is. Reminded me of Kutnahora there. That's a good thing to remind me of right there. Spectacular. I'd say expert level Euro game if you're into that. Also, Revive and Carnegie are the ones that have been hitting the board game arena the most recently for me. And I got to play them at the table too. Woo!
Your laborers process raw materials.
Nice.
Some are common, while others are hard to come by. Use your instructors to draft building contracts and recruit skilled craftsmen. As the game progresses, gain experience to enhance their abilities, a key factor in expanding your castle. The player who completes the most prestigious building will claim victory. To achieve this, the manor must be developed both externally and internally. Expand its structure and embellish its interiors. Each player tracks...
I will say that board looks a little bit boring. Like, it looks very functional, but it's like, they're all the same. Like, I don't know if it would ruin the thematic touch if they just like something like it doesn't look as cool as I was hoping.
Expand its structure.
And I go back to that main image, and now I'm like, well, what would I put on that main image? I still don't think it's the dude looking at the 2 castles, but so far I don't feel like there's anything really worth spotlighting. And I'm not saying that in an insulting way. It's just what's going to stand out from a lot of other Euro games that I haven't seen it yet.
And embellish its interiors.
I think maybe it's the board. The board looks really cool. Like a zoom in on the board and all the different places you can go. I think that'd probably be the way to go. At least a part of it.
Each player tracks progress.
Especially if you could show me the dual layered board. You know, the dual layered big board in the center.
Using 2 separate victory point markers.
Yeah.
Keep them close to one another. If they drift too far apart, you will suffer negative points. Prestige by Skellig Games. Designed by Stefan Kretschmann. Illustrated by Roman Kucharski and Christian Schar.
Okay. Do I want it? I want to try it. I don't feel like I've been bowled over by it, but as someone who loves Euro games, and you're saying this is an expert level Euro game, I'm intrigued. It didn't feel as expert level as a lot of other games, which, you know, is not necessarily a negative thing. I just want to say that I don't feel like this feels like it's the deep end of the pool, which I know is what a lot of people probably wanted from this, at least when they heard expert level Euro. Or maybe that's just the video not showcasing it to me as much. Weimar, The Fight for Democracy, and Click a Tree, the new Uwe Rosenberg game. Oh, so that one was just out this summer, I do believe. All right, so let's make sure people got their stuff. I can't imagine people got Click a Tree just yet. That one was pretty interesting, if I recall correctly. Any news? Production wrapping up. Skeleton Games, has PM been fixed? And what exactly? The pledge banner hasn't worked probably for about a month. When will this issue be fixed? We hope very soon. I will ask the Kickstarter team again. Okay, so they're in here. They're talking. They're keeping people at bay. Okay. Launch another project. Weimar, the fight for democracy. Let's make sure people got this stuff. Because if they didn't, then we got ourselves a big problem. Like, we're on the third project. Like, yeah, we haven't shipped out anything yet, but we're getting to it. At Spielworks in Germany, you got Weimar much cheaper in bundles than we had back at this project. Unbelievable. Received in Montreal. Anyone from Canada received anything? Look at the last update where they indicated that everything was done, and nothing has received within 2 weeks to email them directly. Is that we have to do? Is that what we have to do? I wrote to Capstone and Sale yesterday. Nothing yet. Oh, just received a tracking number. Cool. Any Canadians got something? So people got their stuff. And it was cheaper after the fact in retail, which, you know, it happens all the time. You know, the demand for games is not huge a lot of the times after it leaves Kickstarter. Because that's the hardest part is like, all right, we made the Kickstarter game, but now what do we do? Do we go to conventions? Do we start a website? Do we put it on Amazon? Like, all right, so can you do it? Yeah, I'll give them a nod. They have one out. This doesn't look that intensive, aside from the board, which looks, you know, triple layer. Yeah, it's triple layer, I think. Stretch goal, 32,000 more room pieces variants. Oh, so it actually, oh, cool. So people are like, great, because it did. It looked pretty generic. That being said, I still don't know if that's the thing I put on the main image. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes per player. Okay, so we're looking at 2 to 3 hours, 13 plus. Let it be beautiful. Not a solo mode as well. I do think that's definitely going to take a little bit of a hit there, especially for this style game. Like, people expect this style game to have a Euro game, which sucks. They didn't used to back before Kickstarter, but then Kickstarter made it so that we expect the world of these games when they launch. Let it be beautiful. Which, it sucks, but I imagine that's going to be something we see in the comment section people mentioned. Build beautiful castles in this expert level worker placement Euro game. Send your instructions to Thing. So minimal luck, complexity, interaction, tactics. That's nice. I'd mention that maybe on the front. Why back now? I think it's better than the dude. Just looking at castles. What is prestige? I'd also just like the price. Just get to it as well. It'd be great. We use the instructors to create building contractors, so we're getting into the weeds a little bit more on the gameplay. Good. If you want it here, hopefully that video is just down there. Stretch goals. Do like this nice and early, but not before the prices. Double layered main board. Awesome. Thought we already had that. Good to know we do. Printed wooden statues. Cool. What's in the game? One large main board, double layer. Yeah, I think it's the board. I think if there was a way that you could convey to me that this was a dual layered board. And how is it a dual layered board if we didn't hit it for the stretch goal? Like, what? Huh? Maybe they just updated it. Highly doubtful, but at least put the Kickstarter stretch goal symbol next to it, at least so it feels kind of special and not just, what? Like, is what I saw. I was like, oh, what? And that's just the order in which you put them. I still don't know the price, which is really annoying. I get it. It's a deluxified Euro game. I'm guessing I'm going to guess 120 with how long they're beating around the bush to get to the price. Because I'm going to guess it doesn't have a price that's going to feel great if we haven't spotlighted yet. Upgrade Pack 1. 4 double-layered player boards, 13 pearlescent colored wooden columns, 8 printed. Nice. I wish I knew the price. That also reminds me of Kutnahora. Upgrade Pack 2. Metal coins. Prices, great. Exclusive free gift for our backers. Printed wooden season markers. So that's just, everybody gets that? Cool. The story, I love the story of the price. And I know I can go over here and I can look at it. But if you're on iOS or if you're on mobile, it's a huge chunk of people. That is not there until you make an extra click. Start new season. Select an action. Where's the video of this? I thought we already went over a gameplay overview. Is this just another more in-depth one? How to play. Learn the rules in this video from our partner, Queen Games. Wow. That's a banger. Man vs. Meeple. Determine what it takes to create the greatest estate. So this is a review. How to play. Cool. So we do have videos. Awesome.
2 separate prestige point.
Yeah, this is great. Why is it... So it's got 307 views. Like, doesn't feel great. Like, I feel like this is one that you should have. Especially at 7.5 minutes. If you tell me there's a how to play video for this 2 to 3 hour Euro game with an 8-minute how to play video, say, whoa, that video either sucks or this game has a simple mechanism, but then very interesting decisions and choices to make. Like, those are the two things that pop in my brain. But by making me make that extra click, it just feels, why? Like, why are we doing it? Like, put that loud and proud with that video. You don't even have a lot, only 5. It's not like you have a huge video dump that's going to clog up your page. Links, rules, read the English rules, work in progress, nice. The timeline, June 2026. Okay, so Origins Gen Con, the designer. He's been an enthusiastic board gamer since his childhood. Prestige is his first work and fulfills his desire to publish his own game. That'd be nice if that were clickable. There's the artist. There's the publisher. Queen Games, they're bringing it back, or bringing it out. Long Pack Manufacturing, nice. That's a good little area right there. So what am I looking at here? What was I looking at? Oh yeah, the rules. Let's check it out. 100 pages. If it's only an 8-page rule, 8-minute how to play it, yeah, 23. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Glossary, back page about the author, but important notes. Simply tough with dual variant. Yeah, some good stuff on there. It looks like a solid rule booklet. Yeah, that looks real nice. Oof, yeah, like, see that, like, I want to play that game. Work in progress. That looks really good. That makes me feel really good about it. And knowing that Queen Games, I wonder how many fingers in the pots are Queen Games. Because say what you will about Queen Games, I feel like they put out pretty dang good games consistently, and the rule booklets generally don't tend to be bad, which gets me more excited. So shipping, U.S. $30. Golly, wow. Okay. I'm sure Queen Games. I wonder if they're going to be, so they'll be bringing it out in the United States of America. And so, yeah, because I imagine a lot of people are going to wait. 30 euros. Yikes. So, and I still don't know the price. You didn't even tell me the price at any point in your entire thing. Like, icky. Third of a point grade bump down. Make me click over here. $59? That's not bad at all. That's what you lead with. That's what $59 on the price tag. Now, granted, once I get to your shipping section, I'm probably going to get the heck out of here. But maybe, just maybe, you have just completely enthralled me, and I go back to my old days of wanting to import games. Like, I don't know if you're old enough to remember that this used to be the thing we used to do with video games. We import video games from other countries. Be like, oh, I got this new one for the PSP or for this. But man, $35 is probably what it's going to be after converting the currency there's on the shipping. So now I'm looking at this being a $95 game, but it is deluxeified. Wait, is that the deluxeified? The full beauty. Okay, so that's not actually terrible. So it looks to me like they baked the cost, a lot of the cost, into the shipping. I don't know, because it's like $59 for that game with the double layer board and all the components. Yeah. I feel like that was the way to go. I feel like the fact that you don't have your price at all, except for right there, like, I feel like with you lead with that, and then, yeah, oh yeah, by the way, with the shipping, but then when you add it in, it's still $94 essentially for a deluxeified Euro game, which is Kickstarter reasonable, but the way you handled it, I just think was a misstep here. It just feels like a total misplay to me, making, like, ick. Yeah. And then, okay, so now I'm at 140 for the all-in with that stuff. I feel like most people are probably going to ditch that. But no, it's 3 or 4 to 1. But granted, this one is actually probably not going to have the United States as the most backers. I'm going to make a bold proclamation that it is, I don't know, probably France. They're really good at supporting their people, and maybe they support it here. Just a shot in the dark. No, it's probably still going to be U.S., but only by a little. Yes. Germany. Duh, of course it's Germany. France, number 3, coming in strong. Bronze medal's a bronze medal. Don't matter. Don't look at those numbers. They got bronze. I love you, France. United States still number 1, but only 20. Yeah, because you just didn't. I feel like if you just owned up the price there, it'd be like $94 shipped to you, United States of America, double layered. You know, it's like it's tons of wood. It's gonna be heavy. Maybe tell me the price because you're shipping it all the way over from Germany too. There's lots of meeples. Sorry, not the price, but the weight. Like, I feel like that would have been great in the shipping section. Be like, oh yeah, by the way, this thing's a beast to ship because it's, 6.5 pounds or whatever it may be. Yeah, just little things like that I think could have really helped. But as it stands now, it is funded. So it's going to come out. It's going to see the light of a day. I'm excited to see what people think about it because I do love expert level Euro games. Do we use AI in this project? Yes, we use AI, but not us. Not us, our artists. Okay. But I'm sure some people are not a fan of that as well. But I don't feel like that's the biggest issue here. 3, 7. It's also just hard to sell a Euro game, right? Like, Like, it just is. Like, especially if you don't have something to showcase. 32K stretch goal looks quite interesting. You need to find the time to watch a playthrough, though. Is there a pledge manager access pledge? The action track is actually resolved from right to left. Is this working with stretch pay? Okay, cool. So, updates not particularly engaging. Let's see what the most update, because, yeah, just 3 comments. And I couldn't, oh, yeah, I looked, and they deleted it. They deleted their pledge. Dear Prestige, we're eager to learn many new things. Much of what to do is still relatively new to us, and even though this is our 4th campaign, there's still things we haven't quite figured out yet. Oh yeah, I had 3 before. When we commissioned the prototypes for Prestige, we designed them the way we wanted the finished game to look, including double-layered boards to the main board and the player crafted boards, and of course we hoped that we'd be able to include this in the finished game via stretch goals. This confused many of you because stretch goals always carry the option that may not be achieved in the end. So, it's literally exactly what I said when I read it, and that's why I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but go check out my pre-launch Fiverr. I'll give you an eyeball. I'll say, oh, this is how it hits. This is how it feels, because the fact that you had to do a whole update to address this, like it could have been easily fixed. Be like, yeah, just put this. By the way, we sent the reviewers what we're hoping we're going to be able to bring to you. Like, that's it. Instead of it's an update, it's a weird thing. That's just, yeah, it definitely feels like some growing pains with a newer company, newer publisher. That being said, do I want it? Yeah, kind of. It feels like I could probably wait until Queen Games has it, honestly, or until it's in the US. Like, it doesn't. There's no fear of missing out. I really feel like that they capitalize on it all, which, you know, some people love, some people don't. But do I want it? Yeah, I'll give it a thumb. Can you do it? Yeah, there's definitely some stuff here where it's like, man, it's not. It definitely feels like you're a newer publisher, but the bottom line is, they're working with other publishers who are not newer publishers, along with the fact that Longpack Games is a good manufacturer, and they want to see this do well. They got the videos, they got the prototypes. Some quotes would have been nice. Can you do it? Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. And then how much is it? It's weird. It feels great when you just look at $59. It feels really bad when you just look at $35. And it feels fine when you look at the big picture of $94, at least in the United States of America. It doesn't feel good for all the extra stuff. I'm out on those. But the way you organized it made it so that how much is it just didn't feel great. And I feel like that was a big missed opportunity, because $59 is a buck under what I used to expect MSRP to be for a game like this. But then I say for a game like this before the fact that it's a deluxeified game with screen printing and tons of wood and double layered stuff. And I just feel like they missed the mark on the how much is it, unfortunately, despite the fact it didn't need to be that way. So final grade, I think, is a mixed bag. I'm going to go with in the main image. Like, this looks so generic. And that's fine. But not for your main image. For your box, whatever. But, like, because, I don't know. I'm going to go with a C+. I think C+ is fair. There's some goods, there's some bads. I definitely feel like they're going to learn from it. And they'll get better. Because the bottom line is, they already have a game from Uwe Rosenberg. They're rubbing elbows with clearly some people. They're trying to push their way into the heavy Euro market, which is a market that there's a lot of people that love that market. So yeah, I'm rooting for them. And I would like to try Prestige at the end of the day. Expert level Euro, I'm in. I think that description could have been better. Yeah, I'm going to go with a C. I'm going to go with a C. The more I look at it, the more I'm just like, man. Like, I feel like this, with a different publisher, like if someone else was running the Kickstarter with more experience, I feel like this could be doing a lot better. Yeah, I'm going to go with C. Let me know in the comments below. What's your final grade for Prestige? Also, quick show note, there will be some experimental stuff coming up. Bowers Game Corner is really going to go into, I'm going to shift up gears, as my daughter is going to be starting to go to preschool 2 days a week. So instead of being a stay-at-home dad all the time, except for Wednesdays when my mother-in-law, my amazing mother-in-law takes my daughter, Tuesday, Thursday, we're going to be really putting the gas down on Bowers Game Corner. There's going to be some live streams, some experimental live streams, trying out some various different stuff. So stay tuned. And if you have ideas, let me know. I might just do them. And as always, if you enjoy the content or want to see something on a Kickstarter critique in the future, be sure to let me know in the comments below, which I'll get way better at answering, by the way. It's now on my to-do list. Have a good one. Bye-bye.